Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Tara Joy. On this foggy and overcast day in Halifax, which makes it feel like it's 7 p.m. for most of the day, which is kind of nice on a long weekend. Just lets you relax and, do whatever needs to get done. Good morning. This morning I have this adorable kitty cat mug with my orange pekoe tea. So enjoy. I hope that you have a cup of tea or a beverage with you as you're watching this. Today we are going to talk about meditation and what meditation means to you. Just gonna move my phone so that it doesn't buzz all the time. Yes, meditation. And how we have this concept that we should meditate in a certain way, where that's not true at all. However, you meditate is what's right for you. So, good morning to everybody. As people are joining us, before I start a short guided meditation, I'm going to pull a card from Divine Abundance deck. And I feel like I pulled a card from this in a previous tea time. But it is, it's a deck that doesn't have a guidebook. So you're forced to use your intuition, which I like. Some people might not enjoy that, but whatever you love, go with it. So I'm just going to ask what message the universe has for us this morning. May has been kind of a dense month, walking through dense energy. So the card that came up is grief. My kitty Leo is behind the monitor. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Good morning, Leo. Hi. What are you doing? You're getting in the way. So yes, it's interesting that the grief card came up because, please don't bonk the microphone. Because I've been feeling a lot of grief energy moving through my body. And a lot of it isn't tied to anything that is personal to me. So I'm feeling that this grief card coming up is not only about your own repressed grief, which part of my grief is that it's repressed grief that I might have repressed at the time that the grief was moving through me. So I haven't fully processed it from my body. The other portion is grief from the collective. So grief from everyone grieving, everyone's energy grieving. And so if you are sensitive or an empath, or you tap into the collective energy, then part of what we're doing is processing that emotion for the collective, which I can hear all of you being like, oh no, my own grief is enough. But with these gifts comes a bigger opportunity to help. And so that's what I'm feeling the grief card came up today for, is to remind you of your, not only your own suppressed and repressed emotions, but that you are also possibly being asked to process and clear the collective grief. Which, as I mentioned, May is a dense month. I've been feeling a lot of things in my body, purging and releasing. A lot is my own, but some of it is collective. So as you're going through your awakening, wherever you are, if you feel things in your body, just ask yourself or ask your guides, is this my own or is this the collective? And if you ask from your heart, you will intuitively get an answer. And if you're overthinking it, then you're probably in your ego space, in your active mind, your mental body, which is a struggle. Or struggle's not the right word. Yeah, it takes practice to get into your heart away from your mental body, because everything we've done through our lives is to focus on the mental body, to focus on the ego, and the ego needs that external validation, whereas the heart is all internal. The heart is internal validation. So today is about meditation, and I'm going to start with a guided meditation, intuitively guided, and I'm holding on to this gorgeous rose quartz palm stone that I got. And yeah, so we're just gonna do a short guided meditation. So I'm going to, I think I spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. Good. Short guided meditation. If anyone comes on while it's happening, just to let them know. So we're just going to take a few seconds to settle. I like to wiggle my body a bit to get all the jitters out and to release any anxiety or stress that I might be holding. And then I'm going to take a deep breath in through your nose. And then release it slowly through your mouth. And again, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And then just let your breathing go back to whatever feels right for you. And with each deep breath, with each inhale, you're relaxing, going within. And we're going to let the mental mind, the logical, analytical mind take a break. We're going to put aside all of our worries, anxieties, everything that might be weighing on us. And at the end, we can pick back up whatever we feel we still need. But in this moment, we're setting it aside. For this time, we're letting it go. And you're just gonna let the anxiety, stress, tension release from your body. And then you're gonna imagine yourself in a safe space for you. Wherever that space is. Could be a meadow. Could be the beach. Could be a forest. Cozy cabin. Just imagine yourself there. Take in what you see, what you hear, what you smell, how you feel. And then there's going to be an animal or guide that steps forward. Just take a moment to let them come forward. What do they look like? If it's an animal, what animal is stepping forward? They're here to give you a message. Ask them what message they have for you. Then I want you to breathe in. Breathe in this message into your body, into your being. Where do you feel it in your body? And then if there's something that your guides want you to let go of, take the next few breaths to allow it. Allow it to release from your body. And then when it's been released, or when you've fully felt the message within your body, imagine golden sunlight washing over your body, filling the space where you've just let emotions go. And the next few breaths, breathe in that beautiful warm orange light into your body. Down through your crown into your heart. Down your spine. And then with the next breath, out through all of your arms, through your legs, down to your toes and your fingertips. Just feeling the warmth, the beautiful energy of this golden light. And the warmth of unconditional love. Filling your vessel with each breath. And now I'm going to count from 5 to 1. And when I get to 1, you're going to be fully awake and feeling better than you've felt in a long time. 5, you're feeling back in your body, feeling the earth supporting you. 4, slowly awakening, moving your fingertips and your toes. 3, more movement happening, feeling more awake. 2, fully back in your body. And 1, you're fully awake with the eyes open. And you feel better than you've felt in a very long time. Good morning, good morning. So if you are just joining, I just did a short meditation, which you can watch on the replay. And I'd be really curious to know in the comments after you've gone through the meditation to see what message or what you saw. And it doesn't matter if you watch it live, like some of you are right now, or you watch it at a later time. Whenever you're watching is when you're meant to watch. It's the perfect time for you. So, and the energy is the same whether you watch it live or whether you watch the replay. That's the beautiful thing with energy, is that it doesn't matter when you're watching. The energy will be the same. Yeah. So, welcome. Good morning. Tea time with Tara Joy. So I just walked through a guided meditation, which is one style, one type of meditation that you can do. Some people also just listen to music to meditate, or some people don't listen to anything. They just, sit and go within and breathe, and that's their form of meditation. Another way I meditate is by doing art and doing crafts. So I do crochet. This happens to be right beside me. So this is a little bee that I crocheted. So I find when I'm doing projects like this, I basically go into a meditative state. My mental mind shuts down, sort of goes on pause, and I'm able to focus on this craft in this moment. And it allows me just to be in the present moment. I feel the most important thing about meditation isn't about shutting your mind off or trying not to think. It's just bringing yourself into your body at this moment. So for me, meditation is really beneficial for me when I get into the old pattern of worrying about the future, analyzing the past, second guessing everything I've said or done or put out there on social media. So meditation allows me just to bring back all of my energy, all aspects of me to this current moment. And it's like a mini vacation where you just get to relax and unwind and just be in the moment. So many of us don't allow ourselves to just be in the moment because we're doing so much. We're trying to get to the next success, the next goal, the next level, that just being in the moment isn't a priority for us. But that's where the magic happens, is in the present moment. So I encourage you all to, however meditation works for you, try some meditation. There are many guided, self-guided meditations on YouTube. So if you just search meditation on YouTube, you will get hundreds. And just try some and see if they work for you. See which ones resonate. Often different music, different voices, the pace that they go at, how long it takes them to get you into a relaxed state. Like, all of those things are unique to you. So I highly encourage you all to try different meditations, see which ones work. And often I really love um, being in a room with others for a group meditation. There's just something about the energy of being among other people who are also in that relaxed state of mind. And when we're in meditation, our brain waves go into it's almost like we're awake, but we're asleep. Our brains are at the wavelength of being asleep when we're in a deep meditation. And so I feel when others are in that wavelength, it's easier for myself and my body to get into that wavelength. And when I first started meditating, I found it was somewhat easier when I was in a group setting of being able to meditate with others. And all of us, like often we'd have a sharing component after the meditation, and all of us had completely different experiences. We saw different things, we got different messages because it's what we needed. It wasn't like a group like meditation where everyone saw the same thing and experienced the same thing. That's not how it works. And also there's no wrong way to meditate. Like if someone tells you that you're doing it wrong, then they're in ego and they need validation from you that they're doing it right. So nobody can tell you to do it wrong. And also, some people enjoy meditation sitting on a pillow, sitting cross-legged. Others enjoy meditation lying down. The risk of doing meditation lying down is that you can fall asleep. I have done that many, many, many times. Don't feel like you failed if you fall asleep. If you fall asleep, it just means that, first of all, you need the rest. Second of all, your conscious body doesn't need to hear the messages that the meditation is giving. It's your subconscious. So sometimes our body forces us to get the messages by making us fall asleep, and then the brain, our mental body, doesn't interfere. It can't say this is right or wrong or overanalyze what we're hearing in the moment. It just allows the message to go to our subconscious, which is where the message needs to be heard. So never never second guess yourself or feel that you failed if you fall asleep during meditation. And just trust that what you see and what you experience is what's right for you. And it's not always visual. Some people experience meditation in a totally different way that isn't visual. I happen to be a visual person, so I do see a lot when I meditate. But other people, they just know. So also don't feel that you're failing if you don't see anything. And even though I do see things now, when I first started meditating, it was like I sat down and had a mini rest, but I didn't get any messages, didn't see anything. It was just like, okay, that didn't do anything for me. But that was my mental body having expectations. So I thought that in order for meditation to be happening, I have to see it in a certain way, or I have to get messages in a certain way. And once I let go of those expectations, then I was able to see things. So just trust that whatever happens when you're meditating is what's meant for you. So if anybody has any questions about meditation or anything that I have talked about, please feel free to put it in the chat. And if not, then no worries. We're just enjoying tea time and Terra Joy moments together. Yeah, so the self-doubt part was what blocked me for a long time with meditation. And it takes practice. But once you get it, once you have that aha moment, I feel it's a lot easier. And I feel your body becomes accustomed to going into a meditative state. So you're looking forward to it instead of, going to the mat or going to the space that you meditate in and being like, oh, is this going to even work this time? Instead, you get this excitement of, I wonder where I'll go today. I wonder what messages will come through. I wonder who will come through for me, and step forward at this moment. Because different guides will approach you at different times when you need messages from them. So sometimes I have animal guides that step forward. Sometimes it's human guides or past loved ones. And sometimes it's my intergalactic guides that step forward. So trust that whatever is happening in the moment for you is what's right and what you need to know. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to chat about meditation in this moment. I feel a lot of you are on it's a long weekend, so I feel you're all sleeping in. Some of you are on the West Coast, so it's very early right now. You're probably not even thinking about getting up yet. So yes, whenever you're watching this, and if you have any comments, feedback, or questions, feel free to comment on the video below. I'd love to hear from you whenever you watch this, even if it's 2 years later. I'd love to hear your comments and your perspective and what your experience has been like with meditation. And there are some events that I have planned in the near future. One of them is a healing circle on May 30th for the new moon. And if you're watching on Facebook, it's in one of the events. So if you'd like to get tickets and reserve your seat, please go over to the events page, grab your seat to experience a healing circle. If you're on YouTube or Twitch or any of the other channels, then visit my website, joystarhealer.com, and you can find that in the events section. I'd love to have you join me for a healing circle where the people who come determine the healing that needs to take place, the pace at what it takes place, and how the healing happens. It's all by who comes. I am just the channeler, I'm just the vessel. And the work is all done by you. I'm just guiding and sort of nudging which way to go. So it's a beautiful experience. Magic always happens in a unique way. So if you feel called to join me for that healing circle on May 30th, I would love to have you. Another thing that I have coming up are some in-person meditations with my beautiful friend Lisa. And these are going to be in Dutch Settlement, Nova Scotia. So if you are in the area, I've also got those on my social media channels if you would like to be included in those and join us for some in-person group meditations. I'd love to have you there for those. Yeah, and there's other offerings, events, and items on my website if you feel called to connect with me or experience a one-on-one session or a card reading, then those are available on my website. Yeah. So this was a little bit shorter today, but I feel it was meant to be a little shorter today. And I will see you soon in another upcoming Tea Time with Tara Joy. And in the meantime, enjoy. Take time to meditate when you can. And it doesn't have to be 3 or 4 hour sessions. Like 15 minutes can be a really powerful meditation. And often I will do 15-minute meditations through my workday if I'm feeling the density or overwhelm or whatever. I will take 15 minutes, go through a meditation, and then it settles and centers me, brings me back to grounded center balance, and it feels amazing. So I hope you get to experience that. And until next time, love to you all, and I will see you in an upcoming Tea Time with Tara Joy live. Have an amazing week, and if it's a long weekend for you, enjoy the long weekend, and love to you all. Take care. Bye.